Hi. Oh, there's a story I would like to share with you about a certain old man. When he was nearing his death, he was very poor and he had three sons, very wise, just like him. But he did not want them to end up poor as he was. But he knew that this son, because they were very clever, if they went to a certain country, they would be prosperous and rich because he knew obviously they were cleverer than the people around there. So, and he knew that without lying to his sons, they wouldn't go there. So he called them and lied to them that I have a treasure buried somewhere. But you see, I'm very old. I have forgotten the map of the place I buried it. So, what I want you to do, I want you to go to a certain country, obtain that map, search for that map. It's near the palace of the king of that island. Then search for that map. When you find that map, come back and it will lead you to treasure that I've hidden somewhere because I don't want you to die poor as I am obviously going to die. So the sons actually believed it's their father, and so they set out to go to that place. But that place was very far away, and a normal horse wouldn't take them there. So there were three very unique horses that have never been seen before. They were kind of magical, but riding them was a problem. So these three sons had to find a way to make the horses obey them because they were wild and untamed to take them to that place. So the first horse was actually ate cloth as its delicacy, and the second horse was a cannibal. I mean, it fed on other horses. The third horse was actually man-eating. So they sat down and think of an inducement that they would use to make these horses to take them to wherever they were going. So they came up with a setup that will make each of the horses to think that they are pursuing their goals, but actually, in real sense, they were actually taking these young men to their destination. They were doing the bidding of these young men without knowing. So the first son mounted the first horse. He took a piece of cloth, tied at the end of a straight pole, and pointed it forward on the back of the horse. So the first horse kept chasing the piece of cloth at the end of the pole, hoping to get it and feed on it. But as we know, because as long as the rider is on the back of the horse and is pointing the pole ahead, the horse would never catch up with the piece of cloth. But the horse didn't have that brain to understand that. So it kept chasing, and each time it kept chasing, with every step, it was taking that son to his destination. The second horse kept chasing the first horse, hoping to catch up with it to feed on it. Remember, it was a cannibal. And because their horses have the same speed, and the first one was the one was the first horse was the first one to sprint. The second horse would never catch up with it, but it will be in close proximity. The third horse kept chasing the second horse, hoping to be able to catch up with it to eat its rider. And so in the end, those three horses kept chasing one another and hoping to catch up with them. And the first horse kept chasing the piece of cloth. So in the end, these three sons were able to reach their destination, but none of the horses got its goal. So, but that's not what this story is all about. So, and the son, on the other hand, they they kept riding the horse. From their perspective, they were the horse. They were in control. The horse was doing their bidding. But what they did not know, even them, they were doing their father's bidding because they themselves did not want to go to that country. They were doing their father's bidding. So, in the end, the boy reached their destination and they got very rich. But that's not what the story is about. The story is about our lives. You see, we do a lot of things. We think that those are the most important things in our life. But the truth is, most of the things that we do are not very important. We think that financial stability is all that we require in life. Some of us spend our whole lifetime looking for it. We forget to live. And in the end, we die not having enjoyed the life. After all, what's life without enjoying it? You die, you have a promise of another life, but you don't know that life. This is the life that you have. And you think you're in control, just like the horses. They keep chasing unattainable goals. They think the only thing on their mind was that if they catch up with whatever they were chasing, that will be their goal, their success. But unknowingly, they were actually helping these humans to reach their destination. And the sons, on their point of view, they were the most intelligent being. They've managed to convince the horse to take them to the destination. But the truth is, they were not actually in control of their life. They were actually doing their father's bidding. So if you really want to find life worthwhile, life, the meaning of life, you need to stop looking at the stereotypical model of the life, how everyone say what's most important in life and what is not. You need to look at it from your own perspective and find the wisdom to identify the real meaning of life, the real meaning, goals of life, and pursue them instead of pursuing what everyone is doing. Because, from my experience, just because majority of people believe something to be good, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Greater scientists in this world have made a lot of discovery because they stepped out of their self and looked at the world in a different perspective. When you learn to look at the world in a different perspective, you will be able to do the right thing. So that's all for today. May you have a nice time.